Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Infiniti QX60, I believe, yes. And it's got some squeaks. We've got some squeaks. It's just been driving me batty. We're driving down the road, going over a bump, you hear different things rattling, and I'm gonna check some different things out underneath the car. This doesn't have to be a QX60 Infiniti. You know, if you don't have one of these, you got anything else, you can check these same types of things on your car. So let's see if we can stop some of these squeaks and rattles and all that kind of stuff. I've got my construction light here. I'm gonna hook that up. I've got my drill. What's my drill out here for? I've got some drill bits over here. I'm not quite sure what that thing is. I think it's something broken that came off the car, and I'll show you that too. So if you want to see different things you can check on your rattling car that maybe you can fix yourself, stick around on this video. You know, the last thing you want to do is have to take your car into the dealer or something and have him check out these rattles and different things going on under the car, because maybe some of these things you can fix yourself. I mean, they charge $75, $100 an hour, $120 an hour, and it might be something, wow, had I have just checked a couple things, I could have done it myself. So, am I a professional car mechanic or anything like that? Heck no, I am not, but I want to check some certain things out on myself, and I'm just an average Joe. If I can do it, maybe you can too. All right, let's get with it and check some of the things out underneath the car. Be back in a minute. And before I start any project, I always try to do some things to get ready. I've got my goggles on, my just plastic clear glasses. I even got some earplugs in. I've got my back brace. Let's see here. My back support on. I even got a knee brace on. I've got some gloves here. Look at this. And I've got my crummy work pants on. And here's my knee pad I carry around. So I always try to get set like that. I want to prevent accidents or different things going on with my body. Hey, you only got your health once. And when you start getting up in age, you know, health is one of the most important things, okay? So brace yourself. Well, let's get under here, check things out. I'm not going to go in any sort of order. I'll just kind of show you a couple different things that I was checking out. First, let me get down here. You see, I wanted to check all the brackets and everything that was attached to the gas pipes, tailpipes and all that kind of stuff. I checked that out. Banged around a little bit. I even checked these pipes over here. You want to make sure your brackets here are tight, and just kind of tap on things and see what's going on. And one of the things I found, see, this thing's missing right here. Let me grab that. That was the thing that I was showing you earlier. This thing right here. It looks like it's been snapped off. See right here? Well, on some cars, they have a little flap. You've seen the flaps on cars, you know. Here's the back of the tire. See this? This is kind of a built-in flap right here. And some aren't like that. You look, and even at the front of the car, here's a flap, you know, a built-in flap there, and at first glance, it looks like it's just part of the car. I'll go into those in a second, but I didn't even see this one at first. But this thing here was right, where was it? Like this, right like that. And it was bolted up in here, and it was a flap that come down, and it protected any rocks that flew up from the front of the car coming towards the back, and it broke off. There was a reason why it broke off. Something must have really banged it underneath the car, and had the rock gone further, it could have come down in here and done some damage or something. I don't know. I mean, we'll look. There's another one over on the other side, over there. But the bolts on this were loose. And you see there's a hole at the top of that. And let's just see if I were to hold this, if I were to hold that up there like that. See, it bolted in there and it kind of sat right like that. But that hole up in there, see, it looks like there's a hole there, but there's nothing on the back side. And it looked like maybe there was a bolt in there from before, and as it held up, it might have went up in there, and there was a clip or something on the back side that probably came off where the bolt comes in. And at least that's what the dealer was saying, because this side was just flopping around, and this was also loose right there. One of the bolts was loose there, and I would tap on that, and that was kind of making a rattling noise. So I took it off. I was going to tighten it up there and leave it and see if it was still rattled, but I took it off to see if the rattle stopped. And I thought, I'll probably have to take that into the dealer and get a new one of these. Well, we just recently went to the dealer to get the oil changed, and I happened to mention it to him, and I showed it to him, and he said, oh yeah, we usually take those off. They don't do anything. And I thought, nothing doing. I'm not going to do that. He wanted me to take the other side off. Let's go walk around on the other side. I think we'll have enough light there. Okay, let's go check this one out over on this side. You see, that's what that little scoop's supposed to do. See? It's right here. Right there. You see? And that kind of protects anything that flies up from the front of the car. There's a reason why that's there. And I was like, I don't want to take those off. The guy says, oh yeah, just take them off. I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. And up in here, see, if I hit this, hear that noise? And as we're going down the road, that hits, and just that little bit makes a rattling noise. And this one up here, I'm going to take this off. I don't think there's a hole up there. I think I'm going to have to pre-drill a hole into here, because I'm not seeing anything through that. And I don't think it's because it needs to be adjusted or anything. I think there's just no hole there. So when they installed this, there's no hole up there, and this is chattering the whole time, you know? And the other one, if you saw it, broke all off right up in here, you know, on that other side. So I'm going to get a new one of those. They were there for a reason. I'm going to put it back. So that one, I know I've got to go up there and fix. But first things first, we're on this side, on the other side of the car. And you know I need to get that fixed. And so then I just started checking everything. Went underneath and hit this. Man, they just don't make cars like they used to, do they? I mean, this is a 2015, and that is as strong as that is, but I wanted to make sure that everything was tight on it, and there's no real chattering or anything on that. But then I even looked underneath the wheel well, and on the wheel well, there's little, see that this perforated stuff, and that kind of protects up inside the wheel well. And you want to make sure that stuff's tight, because see this thing?